give a long introduction because this guy, we all know him, especially for those of you who have the Filipino channel. His movies have broken records in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, this is Derek Ramsay. Hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA.
Thank you for having me. Hi.
And you know what? You're so nice because you got in last night.
Yes.
And now you're here. No jet lag?
A bit.
Fighting it?
A bit. But I'm used to it. So.
For people who are not familiar, okay, you've been living under the rock for really several years because Derek has been making a name for himself in the Philippines first as a model, an athlete, also an actor. But you grew up in a mixed household in England.
Yes, I was born in England, Enfield. My father is English. He's got blue eyes. He's
really?
as white as you can get. And my mom's Filipina. So I came out to the Philippines, I think I was 7 or 8.
So when I've interviewed people here who come from mixed households, first they talk about growing up in a non-Filipino environment, which is typically what we can use also to describe England, I imagine. Yes. Were there difficulties? I'm sure people will be able to relate.
Yeah, at first you have to adjust, you know, but there's also some advantages because you can bring something new to the table, you know. Coming from the Western world, moving over to the Philippines, I was something new. But kailangan mong makisabay.
Makibagay din.
Yeah, respect, you know, their culture and everything. And my mom didn't make me forget about the Filipino culture, so it was easy for me to adjust. I made sure that I learned the language. That's the #1 thing you should do.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yung pag-aral mo ng Tagalog, was that in the Philippines na o sa England pa lang nagtatagalog na kayo?
Honestly, my Tagalog was very bad when I moved back permanently in 2001. Yung Caloocan ko was Kalukan.
Why not?
It was. I found it easy to learn the language in about a year or two. It was, you know, I was pretty fluent. Wala na yung accent. But there were times I didn't have a clue what I was saying. So kung nagbabasa ako ng eksena, I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. I can say it, sound convincing, but I have no idea what I'm saying.
Wow. And so now you're okay?
Now I'm okay.
Can you shift back and forth from different accents?
Kaya.
Ayan, ang galing naman. But okay, so when you moved first, they were flying you out of London to the Philippines to do shoots because you started as a model?
Yes, I was doing commercials. Close Up was, I think, my first commercial.
I remember that. I was still living in the Philippines.
Yeah, so they'd fly me in, but I was camera shy. I was very scared to go in front of a camera. So when I was in England, to get over that fear, I was like, I'm going to join the school play.
Ah, okay.
And that's how I got over my fear. And when I moved back, you know, I had more confidence to step in front of the camera.
And more comfortable, I suppose.
Yes.
But, so modeling, how different or different?
A lot easier.
Really?
Yeah, modeling
Why?
is a lot harder, like especially ramp modeling, because everyone's there just looking at you, judging you, you know, right there and then. When you're acting, you're not being yourself, you're in front of the camera, and I just have more confidence with that. When I'm modeling, it's hard that everyone's there.
So was this something that you really wanted to do growing up?
Oh no, I never thought I'd be doing this. When I came to the Philippines, I started off as an athlete. I was playing basketball for the PBL, Toyota Otis. Football is my first passion. Now I play for the national team of Ultimate Frisbee.
Wow.
So I'm still an athlete. That's actually my first passion. But yeah, I never thought I'd be an actor.
Plus, also, I'm sure since you're in the industry already, it's not the cleanest of industries, and there are different kinds of perception, especially about Philippine show business. You know, let's admit it. Yes. Hollywood has that as well. But anytime you put actors together, egos, directors, creative people, you can't really control them. There were negative perceptions, I'm sure, negative thoughts. What made you overcome that? Or did you not mind at all?
You know, everything you said, that's true. But with me, I never let that, I never got into that side of showbiz. I treat it as a job. I go into work, and once work is done, I go back to my regular life. I go back to being me. I have my friends, my original set of friends. I have my family, and that's who I turn to. So all that stuff, I just, you know,
a regular guy, I imagine you can't even go to the mall because without being mobbed by people.
I just do it.
Yeah?
You know what? I will never get used to that feeling where somebody
people
comes
look
up
at you, yeah,
and asks you to take a picture. How can you find that annoying? I mean, if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have a job.
How nice.
So I'll take time to take pictures and
sign autographs.
And
so you will sign an autograph from me later. But what about acting? I know that it doesn't come naturally. It does for some people, but even still, it's something that you learn, you hone.
Yes, I consider myself a sponge. So I work with a lot of actors, and whether big or small. Whether they're the prime artist or not, a talent, I learn something from everyone that I work with, and throughout the years, I guess, with all the actors that I worked with, it paid off with No Other Woman in Private Benjamin. I was able to come up with my own personality and style of acting.
And it broke all records, mind you. First of all, congratulations.
Thank
what
you
a
very
bankable
much.
star you are.
Thank you very much.
The first movie is a drama. The second movie is a comedy.
Yes.
Which do you like better?
It's very different. I believe that comedy you have to be born with.
Okay, because of timing, and it's not something that you learn?
Yeah, it's all about timing. I don't think you can learn comedy.
So it's a gift.
Drama you can learn, and that's what I did.
All right. But then also, you're into different things as well. Being an athlete, being an actor. You're also going to be judging a pageant. We're going to be talking about that very interesting kind of pageant when we return on the show. Don't go away.